And welcome back. We are taking a look outside at I-20, outside of our studios, also Grovetown as well. Looking at some active raindrops on the lens, so definitely some ponding on roadways. And you want to be careful if you're going to be out and about for this evening because there is some standing water on roadways, and it's going to be easier to hydroplane if you go at those higher speeds. Now, looking like we do have a flood advisory finally issued for at least Jenkins County. We have been watching some pretty intense rainfall there and even some pops of lightning, so a thunderstorm going on down there in Jenkins County. But widespread rainfall across the area. Some of the heaviest rainfall has occurred in between Augusta, Aiken, and also portions of Barnwell and Orangeburg counties. This flood advisory goes until 8:30 for this evening. Over 1.5 inches of rainfall already has fallen inside of that, and it looks like they just put out a flash flood warning as well. So you can see the screen just kind of getting busy here. But also looking a little bit further south, we have this flood advisory for Jenkins County primarily, but Emmanuel County, Burke County also getting in on some pretty heavy rainfall at this time. The Columbia County Fair is canceled for tonight, so just a planning note there. If you had any plans on going out there, it is canceled, so don't try to go out there tonight. Hopefully, they'll be able to get it off tomorrow evening. Slightly drier forecast definitely anticipated after midday, but still could be a little bit wet, so not quite sure. But by Friday and Saturday, the forecast does improve for any fair and outdoor plans. As far as looking at this first alert, still in effect through tomorrow morning. So heavy rainfall, the main concern, that flash flood risk, and also those damaged homes with tarp roofs are going to be vulnerable through tomorrow. And if you live in a low-lying or flood-prone area, you are coming top of mind when we're talking about those flash flooding concerns. We have a flood watch in effect through tomorrow, so definitely the stage is set for that flash flooding to occur, and we're already seeing some of those warnings and flood advisories being issued. It's a moderate flood risk where you see this red shaded area, so that's higher than what we normally see, and that means that areas that don't usually have flooding issues could have flooding issues in between tonight and tomorrow. And even for your Thursday, they keep at least a slight risk across much of the area. So still looking at some scattered flash flooding issues possible at least through Thursday afternoon. The severe risk thankfully is zero, but we are seeing some of those thunderstorms still popping up today, and that'll continue into tomorrow. But thankfully, they should stay below severe limits. Here's a look at your hour-by-hour forecast as we head through tonight. You can see some of that heavy rainfall just ongoing, and we're expecting a band of heavy rainfall to develop sometime tonight and last through at least midnight into Thursday morning. So we're already seeing that kind of setting up in between Aiken and Emmanuel and Jenkins County at this time. As we do move past midnight, the intensity of rainfall slowly begins to peel back, as well as the coverage of rainfall as well, kind of decreasing heading towards midday tomorrow. We'll keep the chance, though, for some hit or miss showers throughout your Thursday, so you still want to keep the rain gear nearby. As far as looking at our models here, the American model is still a little more aggressive than the European model, but they're starting to come into a little bit better consensus of at least 2 to 4 inches, with isolated areas picking up over 4 inches of rainfall in between tonight and tomorrow primarily. There's a look at rainfall chances. As I mentioned, kind of the second half of our Thursday looking a little bit drier, and Friday looking a lot drier compared to right now and tomorrow. So some improving conditions. 7-day forecast doesn't look terrible heading into our Saturday, and Veterans Day looks to be maybe a low chance of a shower, but warmer in those upper 70s.
Okay, thanks, Mikel, for keeping us all aware. And this weather is the ultimate test for the hundreds of tarps on how